Throughout our nation's history, there have been many celebrated authors: Hemingway, Jack Frost, and Marjorie Rowling, to name a few. Among these elite storytellers is one of America's greatest folklorists and authors, Zora Neale Hurston. Yet, what defined my Aunt Zora was not just her accomplishments, but how she went about life, reaching out and touching others while marching to the flicker of her own pen.
I think today, more people have to become aware of Zora to understand how she thought for the time period that she was in, so people could understand, to have a conviction, a passion to do something and to understand what it takes.
She was a driving force in helping other cultures understand the Black culture, the Black American culture, and also the Black Caribbean culture. She was really instrumental in letting other people hear the voice of these people who had never heard that voice before, who had never heard that authentic voice before.
Jazz musician Oludara captures it beautifully. He has a song called Harlem Country Girl, and I think that's what Zora was. She was a country girl transplanted to Harlem who could be comfortable in both or any environment. And Eatonville was a wonderful place for a Black child to grow up at the turn of the century, in the early 1900s, because it was a place where Zora was never indoctrinated in inferiority.
How the yearning to write and tell stories had been in her head and in her heart from a little girl, sitting on Joe Clark's porch, listening to the stories that the old men told.
Daisy Taylor was known as a town's fat.
Not that she was pretty.
Oh, have a case of Butterhead. Everything looked good, Butterhead.
You know I'm running away on my birthday. You is where? To the horizon. I'm thinking about sneaking up there.
Why'd you want to run off to the horizon anyway?
'Cause I need to know.
Know what?
What's at the other end?
Let me tell you something, Zora. Remember, always jump at the sun. Come here, baby. You may not get there, but your feet sure will leave the ground.
No! Don't cover up that mirror, no! Mama asked me special. She told me not to. Mama!
It's hard to break a strong person like Zora Neale Hurston. She was not going to let anything stop her from being a storyteller, a writer.
Zora Neale Hurston. My dear, I would like to hire you to do some research on the American Negro before the beauty of your culture is destroyed. Langston and Dr. Locke tell me you are particularly suited for the task.
Not only am I particularly suited, I've been educated in anthropology by the best.
After she came back from Bernard College, she said she went home to Eatonville and in her best Bernardese accent would ask her old neighbors, say, what do you know about folklore and folk songs? And the neighbors say, nothing like that around here. I said, maybe over in the next county. So she stopped talking Bernardese and really, got with them.
When we talk about the conflict between Zora and her father, that conflict came to a head when Zora's mother died, when Zora was just 13 years old. And at that point, the family really sort of fell apart.
That's it. I've had more out of you. Papa, you know I'm right. You know that's mine. And there's no way I'm letting some mullet-head, screw-neck, hog-nosed, puzzle-gutted, camelback-toed cheat me out of it.
From that moment on, Zora was really sort of thrust into adulthood and forced to raise herself the best way she could.
Mrs. Mason, godmother as she liked to be called, hired me to do just what I love the most, return to the South, collect and record some of the best literature on the face of the earth.
She wrote about what she called the Negro furthest down.
I have known the joys and pain of deep friendship. I have served and been served. I have made myself some good enemies. I have fondled hatred with the red-hot tongues of hell. That's living.
She was the most published black female in the country, and had she not been charged with these terrible charges, she would have had a completely different life.
I can't believe I didn't see this coming.
She was someone who had the courage to live the life of her dreams.
Imagine your mother picks you as her favorite child, protecting you from all punishments and scoldings. On top of that, she encourages your adventurous spirit and your tendency to create stories, which other people call lies. But your mama don't pay that no never mind, because she holds you close from birth and tells you to jump at the sun, baby. You can be anything you want to be. Imagination is magical.
I have had a good life, huh, Mama? How many people know what it is to live like that?